Youth Service Center report. Ms.
Yes.
Maribel.
I emailed this to Mr. Averly so you all can have it in your notes and you can have it, a copy, look at it later. But just, feel free to pass it on because I want to make sure he has a copy and then I'll address the rest of it with you guys, but he has a copy email as well. So just want to kind of give an FYI about several of the things I do. And we are required to do that at least twice a year during the school year. It's always hard to catch you all in the beginning, so I try to catch you at least at the end. And so what I've done here is I've outlined just every program, a little bit about what I've done for each program and what we do to serve students. So as most of you know, you probably are aware, but the school-wide support for most students are emergency clothing, school supplies, and hygiene items. That's not to say that we don't have other additional items. It's to say that definitely school-wide, those are things that kids come to the youth service center for quite often. And so this year I went to the Freshman Academy to try to update them about our services and programs. I did that early on, and it really was helpful for them to connect with me as well. Students receive holiday assistance. The holiday assistance we did this year were hoodies donated by staff as well as anyone else in the community, and 15 food baskets, which is great. And then several of our programs. So I'm just going to kind of list them. I'm not going to go as in depth as I have it here. But the HITE program is Helping Youth Promote Excellence program. It is a program for freshmen and students, senior students, basically to help transition them to high school and to act as mentors while they're here. So we cover activities such as how do you communicate with your teachers and staff and peers, how do you handle stress, how do you handle social media, because that's always a big issue with ninth graders. And so we have dialogue. I'm pretty much leading the group, but we have dialogue amongst the group about a particular topic. Usually it's hands-on, every meeting is hands-on. And then we have a team building activity incorporated. The Still I Rise group is our kind of with the racial equity process, one of our groups where we have freshmen, 9th and 10th graders, and then 10th and up. It's two separate groups. They meet two different time periods. But it's facilitated by Nicole Koki Griffin. Her nickname is Koki, so that's what she goes by with the girls. But it's a great opportunity for girls to have opportunities. She has covered things such as self-esteem, healthy boundaries, emotional intelligence, respect, future planning for your goals, self-image, and identifying with a greater calling versus a lower calling, meaning that making better choices, basically. And so she's really awesome. The girls really love it, and they've all had opportunities to participate in conferences, college tours, and things of that nature. The overarching part of that group is to remove any barriers to your education that may cause you not to be able to focus. And so sometimes some of those social, emotional things are barriers to your educational process. Phenomenal Women is more of a college career readiness, but they also have some social emotional incorporated. And so we have college tours, conferences, and things of that nature as well. But they have a service learning component where they have to have service learning hours with the group. So some of the kids say, well, why can't I use my outside hours? We really want you to use the group's hours. And so we do it as a group together. And we've done things like the PTA clothes closet. They help with the food baskets, actually putting them together. Everything's confidential, though, they don't know anybody's names. Nursing home, and they've helped with some other Saturday activities. So that's required for Inequality and Phenomenal, as well as the fact that they all present at the end of the year a presentation, a formal presentation, in which they have to talk about what they've learned for the entire school year. So this year was resiliency was our theme. And each student talked about a resilient moment in their life and things that they've learned from that. And I think that goes along with the backpack of skills. So it really, prepares them for senior year as well. And they've been doing that for some years. And then Aspire Higher program for APIB, African American students of color. And we try to really encourage you to matriculate through the processes, meaning like from 9th grade to 12th grade to stay in the AP or IB program. And so it is always a great challenge, but it's been a great year. I have several seniors graduating this year actually in the program. And so the first couple of meetings we're talking about what does it mean to be an AP/IB student, and then I have a teacher panel after school where teachers are able to come and talk about the AP/IB program. Mr. Reinhardt's been there, I think Mr. Klepper's been there, and you maybe have been there once or maybe years back. And so, but it's a really awesome opportunity. for the students to kind of get an idea of what it's about, what is required, and hear from their peers about how they've maintained the program. And so I'll bring in, every year I let them, their surveys kind of speak to me about what would you really want to know more about. And so last year was medical. This year they said they would like to know more about some law professions. So I had some lawyers come in, but I always do dialogue when we have those groups. So we try to have some really good dialogue. And then I have several other opportunities with them. Making a Difference is an all-guys group. Kenny Boyd, which is a JCPS employee, comes in and facilitates that program. And he has community speakers and things of that nature. That group is more about how can we maintain our leadership skills and behavior in the building so that we can be progressive outside the building. And so he does a lot with that, bringing in individuals. Green Dot Violence Prevention Program, that is through the Center for Women and Families. And they come in and facilitate the trainings as well as after-school clubs. And senior workshops. So senior workshops are once a month. We have senior workshop open to all students. They just sign up usually in the beginning of the year, but they can come any time of the year. So if a student drops in, I don't have a problem with that. We always have different topics. So financial aid has been covered. We've talked about housing. Even if you're not a student going to U of L, even though you're going to facilitate the workshop piece, we talked about generally how would you handle housing and some of the conflicts you might experience, and what does the RA really mean? Some kids have no clue what an RA is. So just trying to inform them about what the experience will be for college and career. And we also had plenty of employers come in who provide scholarships. So U of L, not U of L, Chick-fil-A came in, UPS came in, McDonald's came in, but those are all, small-time employers, well, not UPS, but employers who provide opportunities for scholarship for their college students. And there's just so much more, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But basically, this is a great snapshot, and you will get a copy of that in your minutes because I gave that to them. So the money that I worked with this year was $15,070.16. They had a reallocation at one point during the school year, and so it's kind of strange. So they went up, but then it went back down. So it went up to $16,375. And because we're state funded, all our funds are state funded, you know how that goes. Sometimes things change as the year goes. But we did really well. And I'm, trying to zero out the dollars now. So we're looking at around $50 maybe that's going to stay there, but I think 50 we can work with. So for the most part, the funds have been utilized appropriately and very well. We project for next year 41% free reduced lunch. They gave us only till about, well, I should say only, but they gave you till December 1. So December 1 is our count. And so as of December 1, that was the 41% that they expected. They also had a slight cut from the state level. So our amount for next year projection is $12,226.50. So it will be a slight decrease from last year. I won't change or cut any of the programming. Where I'll probably kind of reduce spending this year because we had that excess. I was able to order quite a bit of items for the center, so I shouldn't have to worry about ordering a whole bunch of like I ordered jogging pants for emergency needs, undergarments for emergency needs, school supplies. I should be pretty well stocked because I ordered quite a bit. So I think we're good for this year. Now, of course, towards the end of the year, if I see there's a need, then I know you all, it's gracious, wonderful SPM will assist. But until that time, I think we're okay. Do y'all have any questions for me? I've been talking.
You were talking about the McDonald's and such. Were those scholarships for kids that also work?
Yes. So
in your program and they were?
No. Actually, the employers came in and were promoting getting hired. So when they came in, they were like, I had them all set up around the room, and the kids had an opportunity to go to each employer to hear what they had to offer and to see, how they would obtain the scholarship as a senior. So any student.
I don't think there's another high school that has as many programs facilitated by the youth service center as ours.
So my head is
yeah.
Good job.
And she could, and this is an understatement of how much she does with all the different programs. So, and she does a phenomenal job with the meager budget that she has, so that when she knows when she does ask, it's a matter of, I usually just say how much, because I know what she asks for, she needs, and it's always very fiscally prudent. You're responsible for the money. So thank you so much for what you do,